Before we begin, we invite you to please rise if you are able and remove your caps for the singing of the Canadian National Anthem.
Avant que l'on commence, veuillez s'il vous plaît vous lever et retirer chapeaux et casquettes pour l'interprétation de l'hymne national du Canada.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Car ton bras sait porter la paix, il sait porter la croix. Ton histoire c'est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Our soccer buddies for the match are from the Capilano Cruz Squamish Nation Youth Team. Thank you for joining us today.
The last game of the 2024 Women's CCAA Soccer National Championships. And it's the gold medal matchup, an all-Quebec affair between the Nomades from Montmorency College and Aigles Eagles from Montreal, the Nomades from Laval in Quebec. And both teams with a day's rest after their big semi-final victories on Thursday afternoon and evening. And it's two unchanged starting lineups for both teams as well from the ones that started those semi-finals. For the Nomads from Montmorency, led by RSEQ Coach of the Year Alexandre Kaynol. In goal, number 1, Kayla Beats. Number 2, Kellyanne Boucher. Number 3, Audrey Lefebvre. Number 4, Joanna Chilombo. Number 6, Stacey Julia Cote. Number 9, Jade Bichette. Number 10, Beatrice Plouffe. Number 11, Leanne Dano. Number 14, Aiel Lesueur de Roella. Number 17, Leonie Drainville. And number 24, Eloise Thibault. For Aigles Eagles, also that unchanged lineup. In goal for them, number 1, Anne Marie Luz. Number 4, Lara Aude Marentet. Number 5, Ashley Jacques. Number 6, Clément Dufour. Number 11, Megan Gagnon. Number 12, Raphael Malo. Number 13, Eliane Alvaro. Number 14, Genève Pouliot. Number 18, Audrey Robert. Number 19, Sarah Manon. And number 23, Mathilde Jaunet. I'm your match commentator, Michael McCall, and welcome to this gold medal matchup taking place at Capilano University Squamish campus on the unceded territory of the Squamish Nation. And it is a rematch of the RSEQ final between these two teams, and the action is underway. The rain looks like it may have gone off. It was blowing in that kind of horrible drizzle in the build up to this, but looking around, the umbrellas are down, so I think it has gone off now. As Nomads on the defence right away in the all black jerseys with the white numbers going from left to right in this first half. Aigles 2022 CCAA champions, looking to make it 2 championships in 3 years, and they're all white with the very striking scarlet numbers. I think I'll go for the description of, going from right to left in this first half. Actually, maybe I'll go with maroon. Hope you're enjoying the action this tournament, and thank you for being with us for this gold medal matchup, whether you're watching live or on demand on ccaallive.ca. And this should be a really closely contested affair between two teams that know each other very, very well. They played to a scoreless draw over 120 minutes in the RSEQ Championship game. Ahinsic got by 5-3 on penalties in the shootout. And it's been closely contested between the two sides all season long. 3 meetings overall in the RSEQ season. Those 3 meetings this year has seen it favour the Aigles from Ahinsic on September 6th. There was a 1-1 draw in Montreal. A week later, it was a 2-1 Aigles victory out in Laval, and then on that October 27th championship game, as I mentioned, scoreless before the 5-3 penalty shootout. What will meeting 4 bring for us? We had an all BC matchup in the bronze medal game. Capilano Blues taking on VIU Mariners for the 6th time this year. The previous 5 meetings had not seen a win for Capilano, but they won the bronze. Can we have a little bit of history repeating ourselves? The Nomades haven't beaten Ahinsic this season. Can they get their first victory of the year and claim their first ever gold medal and their first ever medal at the CCAA Nationals? This is Montmorency's first year taking part at Nationals on the women's side. The men have previously been heavily involved and doing well. Had the pleasure of commentating on their successful 2022 tournament here in BC out in Langley. And they give a good account of themselves, and both these teams so far this season have been very, very strong in conference play and dominant at Nationals so far. And I expect this to be a little bit of a cagey affair. Nomads got a 1-0 win over VIU Mariners in what seems so long ago now, the very first game of this tournament on a Wednesday morning. They needed a 44th minute winner to get through that one. Ahinsic ran out 5-0 winners, a big 5-0 win against the now bronze medalist Capilano Blues in their quarter-final matchup. Nomads saw off defending champions Seneca Sting in their semi-final. Audrey Lefebvre with the 18th minute header sending them to this championship game, and it was a close one as well for Ahinsic in their semi-final against Concordia. Needed a second half goal to see off the Thunder from Edmonton. Ashley Jacks, the goal scoring hero in that one. Both teams 2 goals scored over the course of the tournament. No, sorry, I'll come back to that. For the Nomads, 2 goals scored over the tournament and 2 clean sheets. Ahinsic, very different. 6 goals scored, but still also 2 clean sheets for them. As mentioned, Ahinsic, the 2022 winners, their second championship win. They also won back in 2012, silver in 2016, and a couple of bronzes in 2011 and 2015. They look to win it for the second time in 3 years and claim their 3rd gold medal in CCAA Championship this afternoon. Their leading scorer, Meka Dufour-Roux, not at this tournament through injury for the Eagles. She had 6 goals over the RSEQ season. So they've had to rely on others to come up big over the conference play. Gagnon and Alvaro and Genet put up 3, 2 and 2 respectively. Not a high scoring team, 15 goals for and 8 goals against from their 10 regular season games. But they did keep 4 clean sheets and another 2 clean sheets in the postseason as well. So they're a very hard team to break down. And I don't think anyone would be overly surprised if this one was to finish scoreless after the 90 minutes. And if we are scoreless at the end of the 90, just a reminder for everyone, there is extra time in play today. And then maybe even dreaded penalties. I'm sure both teams would love to win this over the 90. Ahimsik coming into this ranked 3rd overall in the nation, Nomads 7th. And it's a young Nomads team, and it's going to be a lot of change as well for Montmorency. 10 graduating players for Momo. And I'll get a little bit into the schooling system in Quebec over the course of this as well, for those unaware, which I was as well until we chatted with Athletic Director Dwayne John during our broadcast on Wednesday. Fascinating insight from him as to how the college system works out there in Quebec. For now though, it's the first corner of the game and it goes the way of the Nomads. Looking for a good delivery here. It's right on top of the keeper and too much on the keeper there. Agnès Marie-Lou's under a little bit of pressure, but good corner coming in, putting her under that pressure there. As is always the case when it's two teams that know each other so well, no real surprises for either head coach as they try to feel themselves out. A first chance here for the Eagles to get something going, but quickly off our line was Kayla Beats. 2024 RSEQ All-Star in between the nets for the Nomads this afternoon. She's had a good tournament so far, a couple of clean sheets to her name. Coming forward now for the Eagles once again, trying to cut to the outside is Alvaro, and important boot in there from Thibault, and that's going to bring up the first corner of the afternoon for Ahimsik now. And over to take this one is number 6, Clément Dufour. Dufour with a corner into the back post, nobody there to get it in a white jersey. It's bouncing about. Appeals that came off the hand there of Kellyanne Boucher. Nothing given by the referee. The officials for this one, incidentally, lady in the middle is Angelina Baldino, the far side assistant referee Victoria Lafortune, the near side assistant referee Heather Lloyd, and the fourth official is Ali Martin. So 10 minutes gone in this one, still scoreless. Both teams enjoying fairly equal possession so far, moving the ball around nicely. It's a nice ball out there, trying to get up the field to Dano. Referee didn't like the challenge though. Coming in there, and Ashley Jackson. That's going to get brought back now for a free kick deep in the Nomads half. Certainly not the fast, frenetic pace that we saw in the bronze medal play. These are two teams that know how dangerous each other is, and they don't want to give any inch out there. Picked up by Plouffe. Played up the wing there, trying to get Dano in, but that one is broken up. And a long ball forward, no one there in a white shirt, and it's Lefebvre that picks that one up. Nomades now get a chance to go. It's Chilombo poking it past Malo there, and then just being a little bit too eager to try and get on the ball. Fouling Laraud Marintet. A reminder, if you want to get in touch during the broadcast, you can do so on Twitter, /X at AFTN Canada. That's AFTN Canada. No email option for you for this one, for the fact that I've PVR'd the CPL final and I'm on all the mailing lists for the CPL teams media-wise, and I don't want that one spoiled, so I'm not checking my email at all. So if you want to get in touch during the broadcast, you can do so, but only via Twitter for this one. Long ball forward, it's flicked dangerously behind. It's going to get kept in by the Nomades. Numbers coming forward, the shot comes in at the near post. It's spilled by Marie-Louise, and it's tucked away by the Nomades' leading scorer, Jade Bichette. And in the 13th minute, we've got the early breakthrough here, and it goes the way to the Nomades from Montmorency College. Their first year at Nationals, and in the lead in the gold medal matchup, and it is their talismanic forward, Jade Bichette. You see the cross coming in there, good play from Dano, cutting inside. It's saved at the near post by Marie-Louise. She can't keep hold of it. It runs away from her in front of Bichette, and she tucks it away with aplomb. And the Momo fans to my left on their feet at that early breakthrough. Bichette led the Nomades with 5 goals this year, named the RSEQ Rookie of the Year, and showing her attacking chops out there. And the early breakthrough for the Nomades is going to force the Aigles to face their first adversity of this tournament. First time they've conceded a goal, and as such, of course, first time they've been behind as well. But it's a good response for them so far. They've got a corner coming up here. And over again on corner kick duty is Clement Dufour. Dufour into the near post. It's flicked up in the air and could really have gone anywhere as the follow-up ball comes out to Alvaro, and she's bundled over there, and it's going to bring up a free kick on the edge of the box. Leonie Drainville with a challenge there. And a couple of the players trying to fix their hairbands after they're doing the headers there. It's interesting conditions out there. The rain is off at the moment, but it's been a wet one here in Squamish today. And last night, torrential rain here in the town. And that pitch is carrying a lot of water. And you see how close that was to a penalty for the Aigles. Instead, they have to settle for this free kick opportunity right on the corner of the box, and it's Dufour lined up, 3 players in the wall. It's a curling effort, a beautiful strike by Dufour, and from the angle that we saw here, a perfectly hit ball, and it just didn't dip enough, and cannons off the corner of the bar there, and you see the replay, beautiful curve on it, but just a little bit too high. If she'd been maybe 1, 2 yards further back. That one would have nestled into the postage stamp corner. As it is though, woodwork hit for the first time. A Hunsik though, back on the attack, nice little give and go. In is Alvaro, she sends that one in. And it's cleared by the captain, Jacques, back doing captain's work. Sorry, that wasn't Jacques. That was Stacey Julia Cote. Jacques is on the Hunsik side. Cote, one of two sisters on this Nomads team. We'll come back to that, I'm sure, over the course of the broadcast. It's only one of them able to play this tournament as the corner comes in again from Dufour, causing problems there for Beats. It's cleared, not too far. Shot coming in there from Mallow, blocked again by the Nomads. Hunsik keeping it alive, moving it about, nice. Ball in, takes a touch here from Jonet. She spins, gets the shot off, and it's held at the second attempt there by Kayla Beats. Lovely work moving that ball about, and a good ball in the box. Nice footwork shown there by Mathilde Jonet, and the shot coming in held by Beats. Jonet, a second year with this Hunsik side. Got a couple of goals against Capilano in their quarter-final win. One of a couple of players on the pitch today that came through the AS Blainville youth system out in Quebec. That decision going against Nomads. Joanna Chilombo was pretty sure that that should have gone the way to Montmorency. Over and throwing duty though is Raphael Mallow. She sends that up the left wing. It's flicked on from the head of Eliane Alvaro. She's chasing that one down. But good defensive play there from Leonie Drainville. Nomads have had to defend a lot since they got that breakthrough. But holding firm so far, and they were under the cosh for spells against Seneca in their gold medal semi-final, but after taking that 18th minute lead in that one, they defended resolutely out there. And that's not going to test Marie-Louise in the Hunsik goal. Goalkeeper, another player that came through the Blainville youth system. 2007 born. It's very young, both of these teams out there. And as I alluded to earlier on, Dwayne John, the athletic director of the Nomads, was explaining to me on Wednesday how the schooling and college system works out in Quebec. So for those of you not from Quebec listening, a little bit unaware, as I certainly was, it doesn't go up to grade 12 at high school, it only goes up to grade 11, and then players go to polytechnics to get them ready for going to university. Quite like that system, because I think a lot of folk here, they just go from school straight into university and they find it's a whole different environment. So this way they can have 1, 2, 3 years at these polytechnics to get them ready to move on to college. What it does mean, of course, though, for these teams in Quebec is there's a big turnover of staff, and on the Nomads there is 10 graduating players on this Montmorency roster this year, and they would love to go out with a gold medal. They know they're definitely going back to Laval with a medal of one colour. Will it be gold? Will it be silver? Right now, 20 minutes into this one, they've got a couple of fingers holding, clutching on those gold medals. want to give a big shout out to Erica Di Lorenzo's father, who's just been bringing me some food from Wendy's to tide me over for the commentary here. Very much appreciate that. Roberto Di Lorenzo. Very happy man after his daughter won bronze with the Capilano Blues. Coming forward now, again, the Eagles. And I think we might have the rain coming back on, judging by the umbrella that's just come out to the left of me here. There's a little bit of breakthrough coming up in the sky, so we'll see how this one goes. Excuse the rustling as I'm just trying to put some of this food away that Erica Di Lorenzo's father just brought me into my heat bag, keep it warm for my halftime snacks. As now, Nomads get another chance. Can they add to their tally here? Shot coming in there from Dano, blocked though. And now the Eagles get a chance to bring it out the other way. Storming forward here. It's played through to Eliane Alvaro, and again, good defensive play. Audrey Lefebvre, the centre-back who has been absolutely outstanding this tournament for the Nomads at both ends of the pitch. You see the quick breakaway here in the replay. And it's chipped forward, and Alvaro in acres of space, and look how quickly Audrey Lefebvre got over to deal with that one. The centre-back from Repentigny in Quebec scored the winner, as I mentioned, against Seneca in the semi-final, going to NCAA Division 1 next year with Quinnipiac College in Connecticut. Has played as a youth for Laval and won an under-18 Quebec Cup with Laval as well. Has a little bit of League One experience under her belt as well, as we get the stoppage on the far side. Throw-in for the Nomads. It's flicked on, nobody there in the navy shirts. One back though by the Nomads, battling away there, Kellyanne Boucher. Past the midway point now of the first half. The Nomads from Montmorency College have that 1-0 lead coming from the foot of Jade Bichette, their leading scorer, 13 minutes in. Since then, it's the Eagles that's been pushing hard for the equaliser. The shot comes in, it's off the left post. Almost the equaliser there for a Huntsick. Kayla Beats was beaten by the strike, and we'll see it again. The shot comes in, it bounces off Cote, and flying in for the shot was Clement Dufour. And the Nomads, for the second time this afternoon in the first half, have been saved by the woodwork. And both times it is Clement Dufour that has been the player denied by that woodwork. Once with a free kick, once with the shot. First 10 minutes of this final was a little bit slow, took a little bit of time to warm up, but since then we've had an entertaining one. Nice to see the sun breaking through the clouds for the first time today in Squamish. Wasn't sure I was going to see the sun ever again on my trip up here. That's that one, chested down by Gagnon. Threads it through nicely, just runs away though in the end. unable to get brought down by Jonet. Now Chilombo going the other way for the Nomads. It's out wide for Plouffe. She sends that one in and doesn't quite get the direction on it she wants. It takes a bounce into the arms of Marie-Louise at her near post. Marie-Louise's kick comes up to Jonet. She's tussling away there with De Ruello. And I think that could maybe be the first yellow card. That was a forearm smash almost, as the arm all the way around the neck there of Lara Aude Marentet from her fellow number 4, Joanna Chilombo. Chilombo just getting a talking to from the official as we see that again. Marentet just breaking forward, and that Chilombo knew exactly what she was doing there to break that one up. If you can do those tackles and get away with it without a card, then fair play to you, you've got to say. As Dufour sends that free kick in high, too much on it, and that will run behind Kayla Beats's goal. Nomads playing this one out of the back, and it's headed back into their zone. Boucher now. Out wide to De Ruello. De Ruello trying to send that one up the line. De Ruello cuts a striking figure going up that left-hand side. Born in Liverpool in the UK, moving to Canada with her family, aged 4. Unsurprisingly, a Liverpool FC supporter, Ayala Lesur De Ruello. In her first year with the Nomads as well, De Ruello, and she's had a good tournament. De Ruello again just trying to close Jonet down there. And the free kick decision goes against Jonet, and that will bring a little bit of respite for this Nomads defence. Half-hour mark approaching here, and Montmorency holding on to that narrow 1-goal lead. We saw a 9th minute goal in the bronze medal matchup, and that was all it took for Capilano to win their first medal at CCAA Nationals since 2001, ending a long 23-year wait. The 5 times national champions back in the medal category. For Montmorency, they're going to win their first ever medal at Nationals. This is their first time competing, so it's a pretty good 100% medal ratio. And right now, the medal that looks like it could be hanging around their necks is a gold one, but there's still an hour of this one to go. They'd love to try and nick a second goal, but not if they turn the ball over like that. Streaking forward now is Megan Gagnon. Great tackle there from Kellyanne Boucher. Diagonal ball in the box, looking for Cote to try and chase this down. Cote putting on a burst of speed and just a little bit too aggressive going for the tackle there. Brings up the whistle of the referee. Nothing more than that for Stacey Julia Cote. As I mentioned, one of 2 Cote sisters on this team. Evelyn Cote got injured in a really crunching tackle in the RSEQ Championship game. Had to go off injured in that one. Missed national. She is here, rehabbing, cheering her sister on. And that ball just played up the wing to no one in particular in a white shirt. It's given away though, turned over by Lefebvre. A rare mistake from her this tournament, but it's won back by the Nomades, and Drainville sends that up for Bichette. Aside from that goal, Jade Bichette, it's been hard to get her involved in this game. And the pattern of this game, very similar to the bronze medal game, where the lower ranked team coming into this one takes the early lead and then finds himself having to put in a defensive shift from the Aigles to try and see it out. The Aigles though have been pushing hard since going that goal down to try and get back level. It's headed clear to the edge of the box, and then a big boot will send it up the field. Bichette flicks that on, turns to try and get onto it as well, and she's closed down very well there by the Hunsik captain, Audrey Robert. Robert has had a fantastic tournament for Hunsik, the 19-year-old, which, when I was doing my research last night, it seemed to show she was in her 4th year with a Hunsik from 2021 to this year. From Mascouche suburb in Montreal. She was also the captain of the Quebec team at the 2022 Canada Games that won silver. And Robert has led this Hunsik team, playing a captain's role, and is a RSEQ All-Star as well as the RSEQ Tournament MVP. And dancing through here is Ashley Jack. She got the crucial, decisive goal in the semi-final that sent a Hunsik to their 2nd final in 3 years, and was allowed to just keep going forward there, not getting closed down. And that is something that the Nomads are going to have to watch. We've already seen a couple of good strikes from Jackson this tournament, and her long-ranged effort to win that game against Concordia was an absolutely beautiful long-range hit. Brought down well there by Plouffe, who sends it forward. The ricochet comes back to Bichette. She'll play it out wide to Chilombo. Chilombo tries to knock it past Malo, but Malo does well. He gets a foot in that one and knocks that in to touch. It's going to bring up a throw in for the Nomads deep in a Hunsik territory, and over to take this will be Aloise Thibault. We're into the last 12 minutes of the first half. Thibault delivering to the near post, and Bichette hovering there. Couldn't get onto the end of that, and it just falls into the arms of Marie-Louise. Marie-Louise used to her All-Star honours, 2024 RSEQ All-Star, and also was on the First Touch Football 2023 PLS JQ Under 16 All-Star team last year. And yes, you heard that right, Under 16 teams, which shows the youngness of both of these squads. Marie-Louise, a player that has played beyond her years in this tournament, maybe played beyond her years as well, but definitely her years. Plouffe with the long range shot, and that's not going to trouble Marie-Louise in a Hunsik goal. Janae battling away, touch inside, plays that one forward. It's snuffed out by Drainville. Into the last 10 minutes now of the first half here in Squamish. This All Quebec Championship game is very delicately poised. Pulio plays that out to Jacques. She tries to drive forward. She's closed down quickly though by Boucher. Chested down by Gagnon. Megan Gagnon's been kept quiet in this one so far. Got 2 goals in their quarter-final victory over Capilano. She had 3 goals in the regular season for Hinsik after leading the team with a big flurry of goals back in 2023. Another RSEQ All-Star on this talented Eagles side, and her 2nd year on the team, Megan Gagnon. Jolie knocks that one back. It tries to get played in. Plouffe now sends that forward to Bichette. She's got a bit of room here and the run's coming. Chilombo going forward. That one played back well for Thibault. She plays that forward, trying to play that back in to Dano that had moved forward. Good movement though again from the Nomads, and it's going to bring up another corner for them. It's the second or third of the first half of, I want to say it's their 3rd. My usual count went out the window as they're battling hard there. Thibault tries to send that in. It's snuffed out by the Eagles defence. Played forward now, and a chance perhaps for Manon to bring that one forward. She's been kept quiet in this game as well, Sarah Manon. Got the crucial goal for Hinstik in their RSEQ semi-final. And that foul going against Malo for the tackle on Chilombo. As I mentioned, familiarity between these two teams, their 4th meeting of the year. There'll be no surprises for either Alexandre Kainol in the Nomads dugout or Andre Mershaw on the Hinsik bench, and the players of course will know who to watch out for, little intricacies, what to try and watch for, what to try and mark out the game. It's the long effort coming in there from Cote. Robert, long ball forward, and Manon can't get onto that, and it goes down. Be a little bit of tiredness creep in. It's the 3rd game in 4 days for both of these sides. The bronze medalists had 4 in 4. There was at least a day off for these players on Friday after their semi-final wins. That can work one of 2 ways though, because if you're playing every day, you're kind of keeping your muscles fresh, you're doing your ice baths, you're doing your stretches, you're rolling out those muscles. Sometimes when you have that day off, even though you're taking care of yourself, your muscles can start to seize up a bit. And I know whenever I've been doing anything, it's always the 2nd day that feels the worst for me. And these players now will start to feel the effects. Also with the wet surface, it's a bit of a slog out there, and that will just add to the heavy, tired legs for both of these teams. We're into the final 5 minutes now of the first half. It's the referee not happy with something that was said there. Giving a little talking to Ashley Jacques. Robert's ball forward came straight back to her, and she fought her way through there and quickly picks herself up off the ground to get on with this one. Jacks now plays that out to the right wing. It's played forward by Dufour. She's hit the woodwork twice in this first half as the Hunsik pushed for that equaliser. Alexandra Kano on the Nomades bench. You just see back there the RSEQ Coach of the Year, and doing a little bit of research on him for this tournament. Absolutely fascinating individual, the 35-year-old. He's of Haitian descent. A big influence on his career is the former Canadian international and CF Montreal star Patrice Bernier, and they've become good friends in recent years. And Kano, before getting this Nomads job in December 2021, was the Haitian futsal national team coach as well, and has been involved in the futsal side of the game for a little while now. And he's played himself at college level for Montreal Carabines back in the day. Actually saw him play against UBC back in 2013 at Nationals, won by UBC that year, their last year of winning the U Sports Nationals, and they're in the gold medal match tomorrow, which, as I'm the commentator for the Thunderbirds, have been since 2017, and both the men and the women going for gold tomorrow, so I'm very much looking forward to that one. As if 4 fantastic days of college football here isn't enough for me, I'm going to be taking those 2 games in tomorrow. 2.5 minutes left in this first half, plus whatever stoppage time referee Angelina Baldino decides to add. I don't think there'll be too much of that though, to be honest. As the Eagles push again, bringing this one forward. It's again good defensive play there. Deruela back in the middle, breaking that one up. And Ayala Deruelo, not unfamiliar to medaling at Nationals. She also plays with Spatial Saint-Hubert, who were the under-17 Quebec champions in 2023 and went on to win bronze at Nationals in Moncton that year as well. She's going to be adding another medal to her collection after this one. What colour is it going to be? Headed up in the air by Robert, gets it out at the second attempt. Gagnon back doing defensive job, spins away beautifully there to take the ball away from Beatrice Plouffe. And now Jaunet will try to get something going up the right hand side as we move into the last minute of the first half here in Squamish in the 2024 Women's CCAA Championship game. Fantastic play there from Thibault to break that one up. Both these teams will be keen to get in to the break, get a chance to regroup, plot their path to the second half and to hopefully glory. It's Cote under the challenge there from Jacques, and Cote doing a fantastic hold-up job, winning the free kick for her trouble as well. High into the air, it's brought down well there by Eliane Alvaro. She's still battling away Alvaro, and you can see these players have been in the wars. You see how bandaged up Alvaro is on that left leg. Jaunet wins the ball, finds space for the shot, can't get the power behind it, and that will easily get dealt with by Kayla Beats. And it's a minimum of 1 minute to get added on here in stoppage time. We've already had half of that, and Beats will just try and run out these remaining few seconds. And there goes the half-time whistle. It's a narrow 1-0 lead for the Nomads from Montmorency College in Laval. Their first year at Nationals, and they are 45 minutes away from winning a gold championship medal. Can they do it? It's been a good first half. Jade Bichette with the only goal of the game, 13 minutes in as the ball came into the near post. Good save initially by Anais Marie-Louise, but the rebound came to Bichette from close range and she tucked it away with aplomb. After that, the Eagles laid siege at times to that Nomads goal. Clemence Dufour hit a couple off the woodwork, and that's the closest that Hunsett came to tying this one up. An exciting 45 minutes to come. Do not go anywhere. Stick the kettle on, grab a biscuit, and join me in 15 minutes for the second half of the 2024 CCAA Women's Soccer Championship game.
Okay, so both of them? Okay. We can take out the
Welcome back to Squamish in British Columbia for the second half of the 2024 Women's Soccer Nationals Gold Medal Championship match. It's an all-Quebec affair between the Nomades from Montmorency College in Laval and a Huntsic Aigles from Montreal, and it is the Nomades that have the breakthrough. 30 minutes in, leading scorer Jade Bichette. And it's the Nomades that are going to get the second half underway in the navy, all navy jerseys and shorts and the white numbers and trim, going from right to left in this second half.
Entering the match at halftime for Montmorency, number 8, Maxime Joly.
Just broke off there as we got the halftime substitution announced. Maxime Joly, the number 8 for Nomades, coming in. I haven't said who's gone off, but I will work that out, I am sure. I think it might actually be Ayala De Roella, because Joly has slotted into that left back role. Unless De Roella has moved over to the right hand side. And she hasn't, so I think that is who has gone off at the break. I'm sure her mum, Gail, will be very happy with the first half performance. It was Gail, nice of Gail to get in touch and give a little bit of information about her daughter. As I mentioned in an earlier broadcast, it was a little bit tough to get information on some of these Quebec players because it's not a very much information out there for them, and with me not speaking any French as well, and Google Translate sometimes throwing up some really weird translations of stuff. It was a little bit of a struggle to get some information for these players, but hopefully I have done them proud over the week with my pronunciations as well, which has also been a test for me. When you grow up in Scotland, your schooling lets you choose between German and French, and I went the German route, never thinking I was going to be moving and living in Canada, and wish I'd gone the French route. Although I did fail my German exam, so I'm not sure I would have been much better at French either, to be honest. The Nomades have 45 minutes to see this one out. Are we going to get our second, kind of want to say upset of the day, but there was only 1 point to choose between these two teams in the RSEQ regular season, and the championship game went to a penalty shootout, so I think they're two evenly matched teams, although the official rankings going into this had the Nomades coming in 7th nationally compared to Huntsic's 3rd. A lot of that, of course, is based on championship success, and they're really two evenly matched teams, and you expected a close game. I thought it may have been another 0-0, but if there was going to be a goal, I felt it might be one goal in the end that splits these two teams, whether it is 1-0, 2-1 or whatever. You feel it's going to be a close, contested game, and it has been through these first 48 minutes. Slow start to the second half, which I'm sure will most certainly please the Nomades here. There's a lot of Momo fans in attendance. I think the Momo fans slightly outnumber the Huntsic fans. And when I spoke to Dwayne John earlier in the week, the athletic director from the Nomades, he told me about the horror journey that they really had to get here. 2.5 hour drive from Laval to Quebec City, a flight from Quebec City to Toronto, flight from Toronto to Vancouver, overnight stay late Monday, early hours of Tuesday at Vancouver Airport before the 1.5-hour bus ride up here to Squamish, eventually just getting on the training pitch on Tuesday afternoon, and then in action in the first game of the day at Nationals on the first day of it on Wednesday as well. And they had a bit of a slow start to that one before finding their stride, coming away with that big 1-0 win, and they have not looked back since, as it's getting a little bit testy out there. Cote battling away and winning a free kick for her side. And I think the first yellow card off the game coming out there as well, bringing cheers from the undressed Nomads players down in front of me. Lara Ode Marintet, I think it was there, picking up that yellow card. As the free kick comes in, it's dangerously, it's bouncing about, it's brought down in front of goal! And it's a second for the Nomads. And Montmorency in the 51st minute have a 2-goal lead here in Squamish. And they've got one hand on the championship now. A dangerous free kick played in by Audrey Lefebvre. Unable to be dealt with in front of goal and beautifully tucked away from close range. I think it was one of the halftime subs, the number 16, Raphael Robitaille Bourgeois, but I will just await for confirmation of that.
Montmorency goal scored at the 51st minute by number 12, Charlotte
And it's
Bastien.
number 12, another sub that got the goal, Charlotte Bastien.
Charlotte Bastien.
Bastien, the official announcement for the goal there. Don't have my replay monitor, unfortunately, working for this second half, so I was unable to see that one back, but good finish from close range, tucked away. It is definitely getting chippy out there just now. It's another yellow card coming out. Gilles Bichette has made way. I don't think Bastien did get that goal, incidentally, because I don't see number 12 on the pitch, and she hasn't featured in the game so far. I'm sticking with my Raphael Robitaille Bourgeois with the goal, I think.
Yellow card assessed to Montmorency number 6, Stacey Julia Cote.
Stacey Julia Cote, incidentally, getting the yellow card there in the 53rd minute. The card's starting to fly a little bit now in this one as tempers rise, as the temperature also rises. Montmorency with that crucial second goal that gives them a little bit of breathing space, a little bit of wiggle room, and you know Hunsic's now going to throw everything at Montmorency.
Correction sur le deuxième but du collège Montmorency. Le deuxième but a été compté par le numéro 16, Raphaël Robitaille Bourgeois.
And we are getting the confirmation now. It is Raphael Robitaille Bourgeois that got the goal there. That's what I thought it was. The PA announcement absolutely confusing me there, because I had no idea why Charlotte Bastien was on, because she hasn't featured for the Nomads all tournament. But yeah, the goal getting given there to Robitaille Bourgeois. which is one of the French names I have really struggled with, I have to say, this tournament. And she's in the thick of the action again. Came on at half-time for Jade Bichette that fired Momo into the lead. She's in the thick of the action again as she plays this one through for Dano to run onto. Dano holds it well, turns away. Little touch inside. Twisting, turning away is Cote. Ball comes out there to Plouffe, but before she can get a shot off, Cote adjudged for the foul. She's going to have to watch, she's on a yellow card. Stacey Julia Cote, the Nomads captain, and the Eagles player down in a heap of pain from that challenge as well. Didn't see who it was that went down, can't make out the number from here. And both teams will take this opportunity to regroup. And Chilombo, actually I think it was Chilombo that had the challenge there, not Cote. So Chilombo is getting the yellow card by the looks of it there. And both groups of players will go over to their respective benches. Alexandre Kainol will be telling his team, just keep doing what you keep doing. Keep it tight defensively. Don't make any silly mistakes. Don't have any giveaways or turnovers. Andre Mearshaw in the Hunsik bench. He's coached the Eagles since 2011, his 14th year at the helm of Hunsik. He was the 2022 CCAA Coach of the Year as the Eagles won the gold that year, and Mearshaw will need to bring all his coaching experience to the fore if he's going to get his side back into this one in the last 34 minutes or so. And the Eagles player still down on the edge of the D there. Quite a long stoppage here. Is going to see time getting added on. I think it's Genevieve Pouliot that is shaking up. It's either the 4 or the 14. I can't quite see with the pigtail. It does look like it is the 14, Pouliot. And Pouliot on her feet. A round of applause from both sets of spectators. And we'll see if she's going to be good to continue or whether Andre Mearshaw is going to have to make another change. And he'd be liking to try and keep hold of Pouliot on the pitch if he can. And Pouliot able to continue, just stretching herself out there. And to get her on the ball right away. Doesn't seem to be showing too many ill effects. That's good to see as the Eagles get back onto it. They have to get their next goal. Just over half an hour to go.
Carton jaune pour le collège Montmorency des Cerneaux numéro 4, Johanna Chilombo.
Yellow card assessed to Montmorency number 4, Joanna Chilombo.
Nomads will be looking to just put the pressure on the back line of the Eagles to try and thwart them, getting that ball forward quickly, have them on the back foot. They can stretch the game a little bit as well with some of their fast players. And talking about fast players, Robert going through, throwing herself into the defender really is, I think that was more looking to try and get the decision than it being earned. Gagnon brings this one down, sends a long ball forward. Alvaro chasing down over, though, doing a fantastic defensive shift once again is Audrey Lefebvre. Into the last half hour. 30 minutes for Hunsik to find a pair of goals to send this game to extra time. Right now the Nomads seeing this one out comfortably and on course for their third straight clean sheet at Nationals. And as I always say, if you can keep a clean sheet in league play, you're guaranteed at least a draw. And if you can keep 3 straight clean sheets at Nationals, you are definitely going home with a medal. Barring some very unfortunate luck in penalty shootouts. So many dogs here today. As a dog lover, it's fantastic to see in between the games. Keep getting distracted as some cuties go by. And trying to go by there and sent crashing to the deck was Audrey Robert, and she looks very frustrated out there just now. It was a heavy challenge that came in from Maxime Joly.
Substitution pour le collège Montmorency, entrant sur le terrain le numéro 19, Frédéric Barrette.
Entering the match for Montmorency, number 19, Frédéric Barrette.
And another substitution coming up. Frédéric Barrette has come on now for the Momo Nomads. Free kick sent high into the Nomads box by Dufour. She's been excellent for Hunsik this afternoon. So unfortunate in the first half. A free kick that crashed off the crossbar. A shot that crashed off the left post. But now here goes Nomads again. In on goal. Just a heavy first touch there from Robitaille Bourgeois. And it just runs away from her. That was a chance to seal the deal for Momo, and they couldn't get it. Aigles now going at the other end, the through ball. Flag up though. Or the referee whistling, not the flag up. The referee didn't like something in the build up, calling this one back.
I'm still on there, so I think it's a delay.
Beats was quickly off her line.
I hear your voice after the ball's on the air.
The Eagles
So I think because of
have a free kick opportunity. They need to get a goal to pull this one back a little bit and set up a barnstorming finale. Still a lot of time for them. They can't go totally gung-ho and come totally off their game plan, but they need something a little bit different. And that recent stoppage for the injury that we saw gave both coaches a chance to regroup. So we'll see what Andrew Mearshaw told his team, and can they get themselves back into this. As the minutes tick by, they need to try and at least reduce the deficit by one sooner rather than later. Robert. There's a crunching challenge there as Robert and Jeunet both go in on Drainville, and the decision goes the way of Leanne Dano. Sorry, not Drainville. Dano just knocks the black pellets off and just gets up and slowly moves into the box. There's going to be tired legs all over that pitch just now. 3 tough games for the Nomads this tournament. 2 tough ones and a little bit of a blowout, has to be said, for Huntsic, but that one comes in. It's a good delivery. It's a third! And Montmorency are in absolute dreamland. 65 minutes gone. The free kick came in and ghosting in to meet it. It's tucked away and it's Montmorency Nomads 3, a Huntsic 0, and I'm not sure anyone had that scoreline going into this one. I'll wait for the confirmation. I think it is a second off the game for Robitaille Bourgeois, but I'll just await the confirmation of that. Actually, it might be Beatrice Plouffe that got that.
Second of the match,
that is.
Scored in the 65th minute by number 16, Raphael Robitaille Bourgeois.
Just getting the confirmation there. I'd hesitated when the ball came in because it was hard to make out in the light if it was the 16 or the 10 that had ghosted in for it. But it is a second off the game for Raphael Robitaille Bourgeois. What a half-time substitution that has been for Alexander Kaynol. And it would take a comeback for the ages now if a Huntsic can force this into extra time. Raphael Robitaille Bourgeois, incidentally the second highest scorer on the team over the regular season. She got 3 goals from the 10 matches that she played. And she has really risen to the occasion this afternoon. Her first 2 goals off the tournament. The ball comes over onto the head of Robert, playing a much more advanced role now. Raphael Robitaille Bourgeois, the 19th player to find the back of the net this tournament. Currently sitting second in the Golden Boot standings alongside teammate Jade Bichette, a couple of Huntsic players as well, and Megan Gagnon and Mathilde Giannet. Taylor Kinley, Saki Mishida, Emma Thornton from Vancouver Island Mariners have 2, as does Maya Fraser from Capilano, but leading the Golden Boot race just now, with just over 20 minutes of the tournament left, is the 3-goal Tori Hotman from VIU Mariners. And the Nomads still playing with a bit of a swagger out there. They know they're pretty much home and dry now, or as dry as you can be in these wet, damp, dreek conditions here in Squamish for this final. Nice little give and go up the wing. Jolie still battling away, doing well, closed down by Jeannot, and I think that decision's going to go against Jolie in the end. Ahinsick still pushing though. Gagnon dealt with superbly there by Audrey Lefebvre. It's going to be interesting. At the end of this one, we'll have all the medal presentations, incidentally. Oh, as that one almost runs through for Bastien. No, sorry, for Malo. My wrong number 12s there. Into the final 20 minutes of the 2024 championship, barring a comeback of the ages from Ahinsick. At the end of this one, we will have the player of the game presentations, and then it's time for the medal ceremony. We will be presenting the bronze, silver and gold medals and announcing the tournament all-stars as well. And there's been some real standout performances over the course of the 4 days here in Squamish. A lot of them from players that we're seeing on the pitch today, but the Nomads have really risen to the occasion this week, and the Momo fans that I've spoken to have been delighted with how the team played. They know what a talented group this is, and for a group that is going to have 10 graduating seniors as well, what a way to leave the team going home back to Laval. The long journey back to Quebec with gold medals around your neck. It makes the pain of getting here. I described it as almost like planes, trains and automobiles. And I explained earlier what that journey entailed, but when you're going home with your first ever women's championship and gold medals, it makes it all worthwhile. Ahinsick will still keep fighting to the end, as Robert goes down in the box. A head knock there, and referee stopping it right away. Both players just coming together there, Dano and Robert. Referee just checking everything okay, and she'll quickly get back on with the action. Reminder, Angelina Baldino, the referee in charge for this one. Victoria LaFortune and Heather Lloyd, the two assistant referees, and Ali Martin, the fourth official, if you missed that in the first half. As the Nomads going to get set to make another substitution here. Teams allowed 5 substitutions over the 90 minutes.
15, Daphne Steban.
And unlimited substitutions at half time. Coming on for Montmorency is Daphne Steban, the number 15, who I don't remember mentioning her name in the tournament so far, so this might be her first appearance of it, and that's nice from Alexandre Kainol that he's got this opportunity. Going out is number 16, the 2-goal hero, Raphael. Actually, they seem to have they taken off number 16. That's 16 that went up on the board.
Entering the match for Ahinsick, number 25, Megan Lorjust.
Megan Lorjust is coming on now for Ahinsick, the number 25. I think it's actually the captain, Stacey Julia Cote, that went off. I think it said 16 on the board, but I think it was 6 because Robatier Bourgeois is most certainly still on the pitch and leading the line. on a hat-trick as well after her stellar 2-goal second half performance. Into the last quarter of an hour now, and it's a big 3-0 lead for the Momo Nomads. Hope you have enjoyed the action in this one all day. It's been 2 fantastic medal matches, as that free kick will easily drop into the arms of Anaïs Marie-Luz. And I hope you've enjoyed the action over the last 4 days as well. 13 matches on the slate. There's been some great football out there, some great individual performances, some stunning goals as well, and a lot of heart and battling play shown by all 8 teams here in Squamish this week. Capilano Blues earlier winning the bronze medal All BC affair against the VIU Mariners. They'll be getting their medals presented after this one. It looks like it's silver to Hunsik Eagles and gold to the Momo Nomads, so don't go anywhere. We will bring you that presentation at the end of this. Just bouncing off there is Robertier Bourgeois. And what a handful she has proven to be since she came on at half time. You take off your leading scorer Jade Bichette, who gets the opening goal, and you put on another potent attacking threat. And some defensive play needed to get done there by Leonie Drainville. And it's taken off her foot a chance now for the Eagles. They'd like to get a consolation at least in this final. Dano still battling out there. Momo haven't taken their foot off the gas, and you just see little bit of edge there from Dano as she just gives a little shoulder bump to Mathilde Jaunet. These players, I'm sure, have gone up against each other a lot over the years, not just at college level but in the youth game as well. Mathilde Jaunet, AS Blainville youth player, same as Leanne Dano, so teammates at one point. Leanne Dano also plays for Union Lenaudière Sud in the under-21 LSEQ League, and she plays in that team with a lot of her teammates on this side as that one just comes in over the head there of Gagnon. And that's going to bring up a corner for the Eagles, and they want to quickly get on with this before making their way over to take it, and this will get left for Clemence Dufour. Dufour, another good set piece delivery. It's bouncing about, just headed out, takes it away from Jaunet. She'll cut that back, chipped in there by Manon, but to no one in particular in a white jersey. Just going back to what I was saying there, I've talked all week, especially when I've been doing the games with the BC teams, about the chance for players to play at a high level over the summer in League One Canada across all the various leagues, and of course there is League One Quebec. And I mentioned Leanne Dano there. She plays for the Union Lanaudière Sud in the under-21 LSEQ, just level down from League One Quebec, but she plays on that team with Maxime Joly and Beatrice Plouffe, Leonie Drainville and Kellyanne Boucher, and it's getting that understanding, getting that chemistry. It really helps then when you move into the college season, and we've certainly seen it with Nomads all year in the RSEQ and now here at Nationals in Squamish. All those players that I mentioned that play with Union, also on that team is an Ahunsix player as well. Maren Tet plays with them as well. Laura Ode.
Entering the match for Ahunsix, number 7, Cassandra Pitre, and number 10, Alison Jansen.
A couple of subs coming up here for Ahunsix. Coming in is number 7, Cassandra Pitre, who I've really liked in the 2 games that I've seen her come on so far. She has been absolutely electric. She's got pace to burn out there, and she'll at least do a bit of running and put this defence under a little bit of pressure in the closing stages. A real handful to bring on late in the game. Also coming on here is the number 10, Alison Jansen. Into the last 10 here in Squamish, the last 10 minutes of the 2024 Women's Soccer Nationals. College season over for another year. Always feels such a long off-season, competitive off-season. Obviously you've got your more exhibition and friendly series for a number of these teams in March in the spring season. It's certainly an exciting time for the women's game in Canada. We've got the Northern Super League starting next year. 6 teams in that, including one in Montreal. And it gives players at this level, the universities and U Sports, that option now that there is a pathway, there is some pro football available to them. And it'll be interesting to see how many players from these teams can maybe make the breakthrough into the NSL in years to come. Coming on now for the Nomads for the closing minutes is the number 12, Charlotte Bastien. Bastien immediately taking up a role up front. Those fresh legs are not of what you want to see if you're an Eagles defender. 3-0 down in the die-in throws of this game, and you've got fresh legs running at you. But this ball out to Dano, not so fresh legs, but showing them out there, and she tries to send a cross in. It takes a touch of Gagnon, and it's going to be out behind for a Nomads corner kick here in the 84th minute. Great crowd still here for this gold medal matchup. You've got the fans of both these teams. You've got the Capilano Blues fans that have hung around because they want to see their loved ones get their medals at the end of this game. Nomads have been good with their set pieces all week. Their 2 goals that got them to the final came from set pieces, and that curler just headed over by the own defender as Marie-Louise couldn't get through the traffic to get on it, and it's going to be out for a second corner in quick succession for Montmorency. And Maxime Joly will go over to the far side this time to take this one. Jolie, her corner headed clear. Only as far there though as Boucher, who can't get a clean shot at that, and the Eagles will bring this out with Gagnon. Gagnon storming forward. She's still got fuel in her tank in the closing moments here, but it's taken off her feet. Brought forward now by Stebbin. Finds Dano in a bit of space. Dano goes to the outside, closed down well. Dano still proving a nuisance for herself as the ball up in the air. Robert heading that forward. On, given away, played back there and almost pounced upon by Dano, who's tussling away there with the number 25, Megan Lorjuste. The two-goal hero, Roberta E. Bourgeois, still getting involved. Dropped a little bit deeper now after those recent substitutions, and can the Eagles get a late consolation here? They know that their gold medal dreams have probably gone, but they'd like to leave on a high, and Robert just can't get the clean header there. She was in acres of room as well. Had all the space to get that on, but tired legs out there, and don't think you can point too many fingers there at Audrey Robert for not being able to direct that towards goal. She's been fantastic all week for Hunsik. I mentioned very curious to see who is going to be making the tournament all-star list. A lot of star performers in the running for that one. Brought down well by Dufour. Clement Dufour has been full of running this afternoon for the Eagles. But now it's the Nomades bringing this one forward. Dano, beautiful ball forward for Bastien, but just has too much on it, and the sub can't get onto the end of that one. 88th minute here in Squamish. If you've been with me for the whole week, you know that I like to give my unofficial players of the game, and I will give that very shortly as Jade Lynn Senat, the number 21, coming in for Beatrice Plouffe. So my unofficial players of the game, you'll get the official ones coming up. I just like to do this to just give my own personal plaudits to the players that have impressed me in the games that I do. For a Hunsik, I have to give it to the number 6, Clement Dufour. She's been fantastic this afternoon. So unfortunate to hit the woodwork twice in the first half. If either or both of those had gone in, would this have been a whole different story to this championship game? And she's battled hard, and she's still full of running out there for Hunsik. And a few standout contenders for the Nomades, especially on the defensive side. You have to say Audrey Lefebvre's had a really good game back there, so has Leonie Drainville. And I don't like just giving it to goal scorers when I'm doing my players of the game, but it's hard not to give it to Raphael Robitaille Bourgeois, her 2-goal performance in the second half, clinching a first ever national championship for Montmorency. We're getting set to move into stoppage time here. We'll keep an eye on the 4th officials board. Into the last 30 seconds of regulation. Still pushing as that ball runs through, just takes a touch to take it away there from Barrett. And the Nomads will get a corner late in the game, looking to add to their tally.
The fourth official indicates a minimum of 3 minutes added time.
Minimum of 3 minutes time to get added on here. Corner comes in, it's bouncing about, still bouncing about. Lefebvre tries to get onto the back of the box as Marie-Louise comes out to get onto that, and fouled by Lefebvre in the process. She'd love to get a second goal to round off her fantastic performance for the Nomads. Lefebvre, one of those 10 graduating Nomads players, and this is going to be very special to Montmorency. I think a few folk there thought that was the final whistle, but still got a few minutes to go here. And remember, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for the medal presentations and all-star player announcements as well. Can the Aigles finish with a flourish, get a little bit of consolation? They've got a throw in right down by the corner flag as they push to try and get something from this game. It's been a good tournament from Montmorency. They've just fallen short in the end as they look to try and win their third national title and repeat their success in 2022. And it's going to be 11 Quebec teams in the last 14 years that will be crowned CCAA Women's Champions. It's been a dominant performance by the RSEQ. 3 Ontario winners in those 14 years as well, but aside from that, it's just been a dominant from start to finish in recent years. Are we going to see a fresh era for Capilano College with their talented young group of players? Bronze winners today. Their first medal since 2001. They had 5 national championships in the 90s and 2000s. And that one spilled but recovered there by Kayla Beats. I'm sure she does not want to give a goal up. She wants a clean sheet in the final, and her third clean sheet of the tournament as well. And she's just now seconds away from getting it. We're in about the last 10 seconds here. How much extra time, if any, will the referee find to add on? Should the Nomads just desperate for this final whistle to go? And that one will come through to Kayla Beats, and that should be the last action, and it is! It's Momo, a go-go. The Nomads are your 2024 CCAA
For the game for Aunsick
La joueuse de la partie pour Antic
is number 13.
est le numéro 13, Eliane Alvaro.
We would like to invite our bronze medalist, Capilano University Blues, to join us on the field for our presentations.
Welcome back to Squamish, British Columbia. It's the medal presentation time. We're going to get the presentation for bronze first, and it's Capilano University Blues. 1-0 winners in a keenly contested bronze medal matchup against local rivals VIU Mariners. Maya Fraser's first half goal, the difference between these two teams, and a fantastic performance from Capilano after losing their first game 5-0 to Hunsik. They came back with a big 1-0 win over MSV Mystics in their bronze quarter-final. A bigger 1-0 win over the #1 nationally ranked Seneca Sting in their bronze semi-final, and then a third straight 1-0 victory and a third straight clean sheet to win bronze earlier today. Fantastic performance by Capilano, led by head coach Dennis Kindle. And such a young team, 12 rookies on the team, and they win their first medal at CCAA Women's Nationals since 2001. The long 23-year wait is over, and they will be getting their bronze medals imminently here at Squamish. The hosts, they've said all year that they wanted to prove that they deserved to be at Nationals. They didn't just want to be here to make up the numbers. They didn't want to just be here because they were the hosts. And I think you can say that they, to a player, have performed exceptionally well. Like, aside from that first game, you'd say they've played 3 perfect matches and they were just caught out by a very dominant and rampant Hunsik side. And maybe that was the impetus they needed to regroup, but regroup they did. And they've come away with bronze, and they will get this medal ceremony underway very, very soon.
Will you please welcome the Director of Athletics and Recreation at Capilano University, Georgette Reed.
It's a beautiful setting just now here as the mist rolling in under the floodlights. Very, very atmospheric.
Maintenant pour nos présentations.
We'd now like to invite Randy Stewart, Athletic Director of Red Deer Polytechnic, the future host of the 2025 CCAA Women's Soccer National Championship, to receive the future host banner.
Nous aimerions maintenant inviter
Red Deer
Stewart, directeur
Polytechnic
sportif
in
de Red Deer
Alberta, the hosts next year for
Polytechnic en
Nationals, and they're just doing their
Alberta,
banner
hôte du championnat national de soccer
change and
féminin 2025
presentation
de la
from
CSC,
one host
à recevoir
to
la
the
future
other.
bannière d'hôte.
How many of these teams will be back at Nationals next year? How many of
We
these
hope to
players
see you all again
will
this
be
time
back
next
next
year
year?
in
We'll find
Red
out in
Deer,
12
Alberta.
months' time.
Nous
Red Deer
espérons vous revoir dans
Alberta,
cette
great
compétition
hosts,
l'année
I'm
prochaine
sure,
à Red Deer en
come
Alberta.
2025.
It's gonna be fucking cool then.
And now it is time to announce the Tournament All-Stars for the 2024 CCAA Women's Soccer National Championship.
We're going to get the Tournament All-Stars
C'est
announced
maintenant le temps
before
d'annoncer
we
les
get the
joueurs
medal
All-Stars pour
presentations.
ce tournoi.
Presenting the awards, please welcome CCAA Women's Soccer convener Marlene Ford.
Accueillons maintenant Marlene Ford, le CCAA Women's Soccer's convener.
And we'll begin by congratulating our Tournament All-Stars. From Montmorency, number 1, Kayla Betts.
And Kayla beats The goalkeeper for the champions is the goalkeeper in the All-Star team.
Number 3, Audrey Lefebvre.
I don't think any surprise, Audrey Lefebvre, stunning centre-back, off to NCAA next year, playing with Quinnipiac in Connecticut. And the 2-goal heroine from the final, Raphael Robitaille Bourgeois, also in for Montmorency. And for a Hunsik, goalkeeper as well, Anais Marie-Luce getting the honours. And again, no big surprise when you know it's captain Audrey Robert, the number 18 for Hunsik. She's been fantastic in the 3 games for the Aigles.
From Vancouver Island University, number 18, Olivia Guild.
And Liv Guild from VIU Mariners, making the All-Star team, had to go off in the bronze semi-final with an injury in the first half. A tough end to what was a very good nationals for Liv.
Number 20, Maya Fraser.
And Maya Fraser, a CCAA tournament All-Star. She got the winning goal in the bronze semi-final. She got the winning goal in the bronze match itself. 2 goals in 2 games for the graduating senior. And what a way to end your college career.
Emma Ward.
Emma Ford, the number 5 from Concordia, also getting honours.
From Seneca College, number 1, Christina Diaco.
Christina Diaco, the goalkeeper for Seneca, making the All-Star team as well. Very vocal goalkeeper.
From Vancouver Island
Loved hearing her directing the traffic. VIU Mariners, Tori Hopman getting the honours. She was fantastic, especially yesterday, a pair of goals. And also the Golden Boot winner for the tournament, 3 goals over the 4 days.
And from Capilano, number 11, Maya Smith.
And Maya Smith run herself into the ground in the semi-final and bronze medal matchups, and a very well-deserved honour for Capilano's number 11.
And now our tournament most valuable player.
Et maintenant, la joueuse la plus utile
And
du
the
tournoi.
most valuable player of the tournament award coming up
From
next.
Montmorency, number 3, Audrey Lefebvre.
And it goes to the centre-back for Montmorency. The Nomades, number 3, Audrey Lefebvre. Fantastic 3-game performance. 3 clean sheets for that Nomades defence, and Audrey Lefebvre is your 2024 CCAA Tournament most valuable player. And what a way to finish her time with Montmorency. Audrey Lefebvre, as mentioned, heading off to NCAA Division 1 with Connecticut's Quinnipiac, or one of those pronunciations, but she has got a very bright future ahead of her, and I look to see what Audrey Lefebvre does in the future in the women's game. Her and her defensive teammates absolutely outstanding over these 4 days
To
for
present the
Momo.
award for exemplary leadership,
Pour présenter le prix du leadership,
please welcome
accueillons
Brian McLennan, CCAA VP of Finance.
Going to get a presentation now for exemplary leadership.
The
this
exemplary
year's
leadership
Nationals.
award goes to
le prix de l'esprit sportif est présenté à
Vancouver Island University.
And the Leadership Award goes to the VIU Mariners, the highest scorers in the tournament. 8 goals in their bronze quarter-final, 4 in their semi-final, and able to find another one today and finished 4th overall. It's been another good season for Bobby Taylor and her team, and you know they'll be back strong in 2025.
To present the bronze medals, please welcome.
Pour remettre les médailles de bronze aux joueuses, please welcome
Danielle Hyde, PAC West President, and Georgette Reed, Director of Athletics and Recreation at Capilano.
And now it's time for the medal presentations, and we're starting off with bronze, and it's for the hosts, Capilano Blues. A fantastic tournament on home turf for the Blues. 3 straight clean sheets to take them to the bronze today.
Number 00, Amaya Salvino.
And Amaya Salvino getting the award there. A huge penalty save against Seneca in the second half yesterday that saw them move on to today's bronze medal match.
Number 5, Aisha Fraser. Number 6, Alexis King. Number 7, Alex Rode. Number 11, Maya Smith. Number 12, Erica Di Lorenzo. Number 13, Ella Jennings. Number 14, Isabella Bolognier. Number 15, Amelia Mori. Number 16, Sasha Farah. Number 17, Caitlin Johnson. Number 20, Maya Fraser. Number 21, Michaela Salvino. Number 22, Sophie Pather. Number 23, Janelle Morris. And number 25, Rachel Blackman.
Fantastic performance from Capilano, as mentioned, their first medal in 23 years. They last won it in 2001 when they took home their 5th gold medal. And this is a young team. They came into this more in hope than expectation, if they're being honest, which I'm sure they will be afterwards. They knew they would be in tough in their first game against the RACQ champions of Hunsik, but it's how they regrouped after that, and they regrouped fantastically. And Dennis Kindle, Charlotte Ring and the rest of the coaching staff deserve a lot of credit for getting that team, picking themselves back up and making them a defensive force to be reckoned with. 3 straight clean sheets after that opening day loss saw them claim bronze today, that 1-0 win in the bronze medal match. Maya Fraser, the captain, with the 9th minute winner, and a fantastic tournament by the hosts, and they will carry that on now into 2025. They're going to be losing a couple of standout players, seniors graduating, but this young squad is going to be back ready and raring to go for the 2025 PAC West season, and I can't wait to see how they do next year. The North Vancouver University side doing themselves proud and more at Nationals over these past 4 days, and great hosts as well. It's been a fantastic facility out here in Squamish. Capilano University have a lot to be proud of this week, both on and off the pitch.
To present the silver medals, please welcome.
Pour remettre les médailles d'argent, s'il vous plaît, veuillez accueillir
Georgette Reed, Director of Athletics and Recreation, Capilano, and Brian McLennan, VP of Finance, CCAA.
Silver medal presentation now, and it goes to the Huntsic Eagles from Montreal, RSEQ champions, unable to find a breakthrough for a resolute Montmorency defence today, but they'll have to settle for silver to go with the gold that they won in 2022. But a string of fantastic individual performances over these 4 days as well, and once again a lot to be proud of for this Huntsic Eagle side, and you know they'll be back strong in 2025 as well.
Numéro 11, Mégane Gagnon. Numéro 12, Raphaël Malo. Numéro 13, Eliane Alvaro. Numéro 14, Genève Pouliot. Numéro 15, Maïna Lamotte. Numéro 17, Anouk Normander. Numéro 18, Audrey Robert. Numéro 19, Sarah Monin. Numéro 23, Mathilde Gionnet. Numéro 24, Olivia Périzouille. Numéro 25, Mégane Lurjus. Numéro 26, Maïka Dufour-Rioux. Numéro 29, Garance Dalmas. Et le numéro 31, Siam Sadeh.
Good tournament for Huntsic, a lot to be proud of. Silver medalists, it'll hurt just now, but when they look back at the season they've had, winning an RSEQ championship and medalling once again at Nationals, dominant over Capilano in their quarter-final 5-0 winners. And they were made to work hard in their semi-final against Concordia Thunder from Edmonton, coming out with a 1-0 win in the end, and then just getting hit by a Montmorency side that their flashes of individual brilliance, especially in the second half, got the job done, saw their Quebec rivals take the plaudits to get over the line, and you know Huntsic will be back strong, ready and raring to go in 2025.
To present the gold medals, please welcome.
Pour présenter les médailles d'or, veuillez accueillir
Marlene Ford, CCAA Women's Soccer Convener, and Georgette Reed, Director, Athletics and Recreation, Capilano.
It's gold medal presentation time.
For the 2024 CCAA Women's Soccer Championships.
Et maintenant, nos
And your
médailles d'or,
gold medal
les Nomades
winners.
du collège Montmorency.
Montmorency College from Laval, the Momo Nomads, their first time at Nationals, and they've not only medalled, they've won the whole thing. It's been a fantastic week. 3 clean sheets, 3 1-0 victories, defensive play above what you may expect in these tense games. They've been absolutely tremendous and well deserving of their first ever CCAA National Championship.
Numéro 15, Daphné Steben. Numéro 16, Raphaël Robitaille-Bourgeois. Numéro 17, Léonie Drainville. Numéro 18, Jorane Gagné. Numéro 19, Frédéric Barrette. Numéro 21, Jadine Senna. Numéro 22, Gabriela Araya-Boucher. Numéro 24, Héloïse Thibault. Numéro 27, Maya Baillargeon. Et numéro 99, Laurie Ben.
An absolutely fantastic championship. Montmorency Nomads, deserved winners in the end. If you can keep 3 clean sheets in your nationals matches, you've always got a chance of winning the gold, bringing home the banner, and that's exactly what Montmorency College are going to do. It was a journey for the ages to get here. I spoke about it a couple of times in the broadcast. They left early on Monday morning from Laval. They drove to Quebec City, flew to Toronto, flew from Toronto to Vancouver, got in very late on Monday, got to their hotel in the early hours of Tuesday morning, and then Tuesday they drove up here to Squamish, got on the training pitch for the first time Tuesday afternoon, and they went on the pitch for their first match at 10 o'clock on the Wednesday.
We would now like
It's
to close
moments
out
like
the
this,
national
though,
championship
that make it
by
all
inviting Devin
worthwhile.
Williams of the Squamish Nation to say a few words.
Devin Williams of the Squamish Nation will now say a few words to close this year's 2024 Nationals, this tournament taking place on the unceded territory of the Squamish Nation.
Devin Williams Queens na. Chokome. No. Hot Devin Williams Queens na. Tina Chintla Skahotme Ochomeo. Skahotmesh Oath. On Hath Ten Crouch Nomi up TCs. Chukwa on Stomch Slan. Hoichika Oseum Chinkwaman Miam. Hello, good day. My name is Lynn Williams, and I am glad in my heart that you are all gathered here today. Today is a beautiful. You're all strong women, and you should be proud of all of the hard work that you've done to get to this point today. And as a soccer player as well, I just want to say how proud of you. You're all strong women, and you're all such an inspiration to the next generation and people that for sport. Single one of you. Again, you're all champions. Trinkleman Tomi. Yeah.
And a nice way to end the 2024 CCAA Women's Soccer Nationals. Congratulations to all the 8 teams. The MSVU Mystics from Halifax, Nova Scotia that finished 7th, Brandon Bobcates Cats from Manitoba that finished 8th, Seneca Sting and Concordia Thunder who lost the bronze medal semi-finals, VIU Mariners who finished 4th, Capilano Blues your bronze medalists, Ahansik Eagles your silver medalists, and the winners, the Montmorency Nomads. They're going to get their banner presentation. The celebrations will commence.
Soccer convener Marlene Ford and CCAA VP Finance Brian McLennan will now present the CCAA National Championship Trophy and banner to the CCAA National Champions, les Nomades de Montmorency.
And it's time for the final banner and trophy presentation. Stacia Julia Cote, the captain for the Nomads coming over to get this banner. And the Montmorency Nomads, your 2024 CCAA Women's Soccer National Champions. The first win in the programme's history, their first year in Nationals, and that is the end of a fantastic 4 days here in Squamish. Thank you to everyone that took part in the tournament this year. Thank you to everyone that watched on CCALive.ca at home. Thank you to everyone that got in touch with me during the broadcast as well. I've been Michael McCall. If you want to give me a follow, you can do so on Twitter at AFTN Canada. We cover soccer throughout the lower mainland here on our website. It's been a fantastic 4 days. Congratulations to all the medalists, in particular congratulations to the Montmorency Nomads, your 2024 CCAA champions. We're back next year. It's Red Deer Polytechnic in Alberta that's the hosts. Until then, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of 2024, and we'll catch you at the pitch again soon.
Look at this! Thank you! Wow, what a treat. Will it ever be? Will it